Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our Talks with Anthony. Today we're going to have a insightful conversation. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversations and content that's going to be beneficial to your personal development in addition to your well-being. However, in today's conversation, we're going to be talking about the power of physical activity, how exercise boosts mental health. I want us to take in consideration, because I don't want us to be taught from the floor, but we really got to be able to take in consideration on how to explore regular physical exercise and how that's going to be able to improve our mood, reduce our stress, and even enhance our overall mental health and well-being, right? So I really want us to help us as individuals use movement as a tool for that emotional balance, resilience, and even that personal growth, right? We got to take in consideration that I know that we have our goals, we have the body image, we have society, we have media, we have all these things that impact the way that we perceive ourselves when it comes to our bodies. But I really want us to kind of put that away, you know what I mean? And really just embrace the fact of the matter is that we're able to improve our mood, the way we feel, the way we think, the way we're able to, you know what I mean, approach things when we're able to exercise as a whole, right? So like I said, we're able to improve our image, right? We can be able to get to those goals as we navigate. We take it consistent. We have a lifestyle. We take our health serious, right? But overall, like I said, this is something that's really going to be able to improve our mood when we're taking the little steps and the little increments. So if you stick with me, grow with me, we're going to be able to learn throughout this video, right? So like I said in the intro, I really want us to take in consideration is that, you know, move your body, lift your mind, and the link between exercise and that mental health, right? So like I said, this is not just about building muscle and burning those calories. This is about really evaluating ourselves and using the tool of improving our mental health when it comes to that exercise, right? So from reducing that anxiety, depression, to boosting our confidence and that clarity, movement is something that is one of the most powerful things that can really be able to improve us in and out, right? So stick with me, grow with me, and we're going to be able to learn throughout this video once again, you heard? So first segment, we're going to be diving right into the science of movement, why exercise makes you feel better, right? So let's be real. But first key concept, let's talk about the brain chemistry boost, right? So exercise increases the endorphins, the dopamine, and the serotonin. This is something that makes us feel good. Those are the chemicals that, you know, fight the stress and that depression. We really want to take that into consideration when we're sweating. You know what I mean? Our body's really working. It's like an engine, and it's pushing all the heat, which is that sweat, out, and that's pushing all the negativity, all the, you know what I mean, things that's keeping us taut from the floor and giving us clarity. It's making us feel good. It's making us feel confident, right? So I want us to feel good. I want us to feel confident. I want us to feel, you know what I mean? Improved by making these, you know, these little steps, which is drastic changes to our life when we're adding that exercise and that movement, right? Next concept is going to be the reduced stress response, right? So when we take into consideration that physical activity lowers the cortisol, which is that stress hormone, to be able to promote that relaxation. So this is helping us reduce the stress. Once again, sharper focus and memory when it comes to movement improves our blood flow to the brain, that enhances the concentration and the cognitive function. In addition to that too, we have the mind-body connection. When your body moves, we got to take in consideration that our mind is flowing, which is leading to that self-awareness in addition to emotional balance. So this is something that's going to be able to help us, you know what I mean, really be able to have a better insight in regards to ourselves, our body, our mind, the way we feel, the way we, you know what I mean, that self-love, when we're really putting this thing to practice. So I really want us to encourage us to kind of, you know what I mean, take a little deep breath, you know what I mean? I understand when it comes to our body image, you know, when it comes to these conversations about exercise, it's almost like a discipline. It's almost like, I mean, it's a punishment, you know what I mean? I don't want to do it. I understand that, but like, think about this for a minute, right? Think about a time where you move your body, right? Whether it was a walk, whether it was a stretch, you know what I mean? How did that make you feel? I was about to say food, but how does that make you feel? You know what I mean? I really want to take into consideration, like, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, this has an impact on our mind, our body, and the stress levels and those type of things as well, right? And we are also taking consideration when it comes to exercise. Like, we have to do exercises that make us feel comfortable, make us feel good, and then kind of expand and kind of, just, you know what I mean, have a little openness and optimism as we're navigating through. But you know what I mean, we're supposed to be doing things that make us feel good. And like I said, even a casual walk could really make the difference. But let's hold off on those things and exercise and stuff like that. But let's move on to our next segment in regards to movement for the mind, right? So how exercises, you know what I mean, reduces anxiety and that depression, which is major. So, right, so we have the nature's antidepressant. Regular exercise is shown to be effective as medication for the mind to moderate that depression, right? So medication's major, right? You know what I mean? See your doctor, you know what I mean? But it's like, this is something that's serious because exercise is something that really helps the body, right? Everybody's body is different, but this is something that is prone and proven to be able to reduce that anxiety and that depression, right? Just naturally. Next is going to be anxiety relief, right? So we have physical activity helps burn off negative energy and calms the body's stress response. So we got to be able to take that in consideration. Like, we talk from the flow, we don't have that stress, you know what I mean? This is something that's going to be able to moderate that, help that out, and really be able to help our body perform and get that stress response low. Next is going to be that sleep and mood, right? So we have movement. It's able to help promote better sleep, which are able to help us improve our emotional stability, regulate our emotions, right? You've been in situations where you're restless, right? You're tired, you're trying to push through, and you just keep, you know what I mean? Your body is it's fatigued, right? This is something that's going to be really going to be able to help us, you know what I mean? Get better sleep, put us to sleep damn near, right? And overall, like I said, help our body and our mind be able to regulate much better when we have physical activity. Next is going to be consistency over intensity. We got to be able to take consideration that we don't need to be at the gym for hours. I was doing this for a little bit myself. I was at the gym for 2 hours, damn near. Just, it's a good sanctuary. It's a good spot. You're able to kind of just work on yourself. Don't get it twisted. And you're around other people that's trying to do the same thing, which is improve, right? So, but the focal point is we don't need to be at the gym for all these hours, even 10 to 20 minutes. Of movement is something that could really make the difference. Damn near for me, I would say 15 for you. Like, I really advise 15 minutes to just, you know what I mean? Physical activity. Even like I said, a walk by bare minimum is something that is physical activity and movement. So we really got to do something that's beneficial to our body. This is the only body that we got, right? So we got to really be able to take care of it, love it, and really be able to navigate healthy ways to be able to improve our body, our mind, right? And reduce that anxiety and that depression, right? So, you only got one body, right? And just like I said, with one workout, could really be able to boost your mood. So I really want to take that in consideration. Next segment, let's dive into finding your flow, right? Making exercise a sustainable habit, right? We got to look at ourselves, right? Close your eyes for a little minute, right? We're hard on ourselves. You know, we talk down. We have a lot of things. We compare ourselves. Like I said, the media, society tells us this. You know what I mean? We have our own culture. Mommy was telling us this. Daddy was telling us this. So there's different things going on, right? But at the same time, too, I want you to look at yourself. All right, only you know yourself better than yourself. You know what I mean? Only you could tell yourself anything, right? In a real way. But like, we really got to really be able to take consideration to really have ourselves get to that goal or meet any type of, you know, standard. We have to set the standard for ourselves, and to start small, I really suggest, right? So begin with what feels doable for you, right? So like I said, a walk, a dance session, or even just a few stretches. Start small can really make the difference for us. Look at ourselves, be rid of ourselves, and find ways we're able to improve. Next is going to be make it enjoyable, right? So we really want to be able to choose movements and different activities that bring us joy. This should not feel like a punishment. This shouldn't feel like, you know what I mean, someone's punishing you to do something, right? Sports is something that is like really, I advise, especially at a young age, because you start to get the fundamentals. You get the discipline at an early age, you know what I mean? The crawling. Before you know it, you got abs, you know what I mean? Doing football, doing all these different things. But do something that makes you feel happy. Do something that makes you feel good. And when you have maybe a partner, a friend, participant, or family member, etc., it's going to be also making you feel motivated, and you guys are able to work together. But my biggest thing too is that the individual, you got to be doing this for you, and that's why I'm asking you to find something that makes you brings you joy and makes you feel as if it's something that you can be able to keep up with, because we need to be consistent. Next is going to be a routine and ritual consistency, right? So schedule it, right, and make yourself accountable. You know what I mean? Show up for yourself, and this is really going to be able to improve your mental health. Next is going to be that progress, not perfection. We really got to focus on how it feels in regards to improving our mood, right? Not just how things look, right? We got to be taking consideration. Your body's not going to just snap in one day, all right? It takes time. It takes years maybe, right? So we got to be able to take in consideration, like I said, the consistency, it should be the focus, but also to focusing on how things make you feel. If your mood is improving, right? You know what I mean? The body's right behind it. It's snatching up. It's going to take time, but we got to focus on the mindset, all right? And keeping ourselves in a positive mindset is really going to be helping us move towards that progression, not that perfection, right? Things will be able to pick up. Don't get it twisted. The results will show over a course of time. However, we got to take into consideration that we got to focus on our progress and doing what's right for ourselves and our body and our mind. Next is going to be mindful movement, right? So connecting with our body, we want to be able to notice your breath. You really want to notice the rhythm. You really want to notice the strength, right? So focus on that mindfulness is something that's going to be good as we're facilitating that movement. So I really want to take that in consideration. In addition to that too, a pro tip is that when motivation fades, rely on that routine, right? So remind yourself that, good movement makes you feel good. Like I said, evaluating how things make you feel. And like I said, having that routine and showing up for yourself, being accountable is really going to make the difference. Like I said, and for those out there that want to be able to have that snatched figure of their own desire, you got to recognize that consistency is the only way to get there, right? So if the 7 days out the week and you're only going there, you was going there, let's say 4 days out the week, you were doing good, but now you're doing one, you're slowing down your progress, right? So you really got to look at your schedule, look at what's doable for you, look at what's enjoyable for you, looking at, like get yourself a membership, making sure maybe the gym's a little closer, like finding things and making it more of a foundation for your lifestyle is going to really be able to help your mood and help the body, right? So I really want us to, like I said, making the habit more sustainable for ourselves. Next segment, we're going to be able to talk about building that resilience through movement, right? Pushing through, right? Through that change, through that difficulty, right? So first key concept, we're going to be talking about that physical strength builds mental strength, right? So overcoming challenges in workouts translates to resilience in life. Like I said, there's many situations. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a black man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Microaggressions. You have people out here projecting at you hard body, trying to throw their trauma dump or try to put negativity on you for no reason. They don't even know you, don't know your story, etc. People got their own thing going on. However, when you're able to take the negativity and go and bring it to the gym and kind of, like it's almost like you're working on your business, working on, like you're working on yourself, you're doing what you got to do, and you're recreating yourself and you're using a positive mindset to put all that negativity into use. You're going to really be able to build. It's like a building block, right? So like I said, building that muscle, building that strength is going to translate into something great, right? Over a course of time. Next is that mindset shift is connected as well. So movement can help reframe the negative self-talk into self-empowerment, right? So as we're building ourselves, as we're putting ourselves in an environment of movement, nature, etc., working on our mind, working on our body, working on the stress, working on regulating ourselves and have that self-awareness and that depression and anxiety going away, this is going to be able to help us, our mind shift when we're embracing ourselves, we're doing what we have to do in regards to that movement. Next is going to be that community and connection, right? So group activities, like I said, you really want to take in consideration of friends, family, and just, yourself, right? To be able to take in consideration of fostering sports and belonging for that motivation to, have things that can connect you. Like I said, sports is really good because it's like there's so many various sports, tennis, basketball, we got soccer, we have football, we have various sports, even badminton, if we really want to get steady with it. But it's like, come on now, like different ways we're able to kind of develop community connection when it comes to physical activity. Next is going to be embracing setbacks. Really going to take in consideration missed workouts or low days as part of the journey or not failure, right? So not every day is not going to be cane lane. We may not feel as joyous to go to the gym or as motivated. We're going to have days where we're tired. We're going to have days where we're putting and allocating more of our energy and time into other things and other areas, which is fine. But we also got to take in consideration, do not beat yourself up. You're not a failure, right? We don't do the negative the self-talk over here. We really want to be able to embrace positive self-talk to be able to help us get to where we want to be and improve our sense of well-being, right? So you're going to have days where you miss the workout, and that's fine. You'll get back to it and you'll work harder. You'll get back to, picking up where you left off. But like I said, make sure we're maintaining that positive mindset. Of a reflection exercise I really want to take into consideration is, how does moving your body remind you of your inner strength? Everybody's different, everybody's body's different, everybody's at where they at, right? But really got to be to internalize, like I said, positive mindset and really thinking intentional about what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we can get to where we want to be. Next segment, let's dive right into that movement as self-care, a lifestyle as mental wellness. We got to take that in consideration. Like I said, self-care, making things consistent is a part of that lifestyle. Is really going to be able to help us get that snatched desired body that we want and even improve our overall sense of well-being as we make it a part of our self-care regimen. Right, so our first key concept is going to be exercise as an emotional hygiene. Just like brushing your teeth, keeping your mind clear. This is something that's going to keep your mind clear and your body right? So we got to take that in consideration of that movement. Next is going to be that balance and recovery, right? So rest days and mindful stretching are part of wellness too. We really got to be able to take in consideration to kind of be, consistent with ourselves, but also to having a balance and then having the recovery days to be able to have that relaxation and let your body heal. It needs that wellness too. So we really got to take in consideration. Next is going to be that joyful moment of when we have that movement, right? So we redefine the way that we place the self-care in regards to an obligation, right, of that act of love, right? This is not something that's going to make us, like I said, having us be a punishment, but like I said, making this joyful in regards to that movement and finding things that you like is going to really be able to have you things be, you know, stuck like glue, and it's like it's part of your lifestyle, like I said, in regards to that wellness. Next is going to be that long life benefit, right? So when we have that regular exercise, this is something that's going to, like I said, going to really be able to decrease that depression, that anxiety, even, you know, long-term cognitive decline, right? So we're really going to be able to help ourselves perform much better, feel much better, and even look much better as we're able to make this a part of our self-care regimen and overall a part of our lifestyle. So just wrapping up this video, putting things together, like I said, I really want us to take away from focusing on what other people got going on, focusing on, you know, what social media says, focus on what culture and all these different things that impact, you know what I mean, us in negative ways, and really embrace ourselves with a more positive mindset and focusing on how we're able to improve our mood, our body, and overall, like I said, our mental health, right? So like I said, every step that we take, make it manageable, make it doable, right? Every breath that you take, you really want to really breathe and embrace that, the power of, you know, this is something that's going to be able to improve our inside and outside. And whether, like I said, you dancing, you taking a walk around the block, or you lifting, this is something that's going to be able to train your body through that resilience and even heal your spirit. And like I said, every step is something that's going to really be able to paint that big picture to be able to get us to where we want to be. Like I said, I really want us to take in consideration, try your best when you're at the gym, you're taking your walks, to really be in tune with yourself, right? Giving yourself the mindfulness, stop focus on what other people got going on, and really reduce your stress by doing what's best for you. So if you found this video was beneficial, give it a thumbs up, share if possible, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care of your wellness, you feel me? Do what you got to do out there. 15 minutes, you feel me? A little walk around the block, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.